Hey Sabic. Hey Giuseppe. What's the mod about? I think it's supposed to be a another cope fic mod. I'm not sure. The most I do is I download the mod, I unpack it, I install it, copy paste, I run it, see the first screen, and then I just exit out. I just make sure it works. Another Snoot stream. We are eating good tonight. Yeah, once a week. We got one more. There might be another. I know there was a mod that someone dropped on the Discord that had a machine English translated Spanish mod, so I don't know. If we're desperate, we can do that one too. Hey Hoshin. Dino time, yeah. Also I apologize if I'm not 100% all there. It's just been another off day for me physically. Though it's not enough to cancel the stream, so I've been looking forward to this. Hey, Robert. I assume one-way trip means we are deporting Rosa. That'd be hilarious. I'm surprised no one's jumped on that idea yet. Anyways, we're past the 5-minute mark, so we're gonna just start whenever OBS is ready. There we go. OBS has just been sluggish when it comes to getting things ready, I suppose. You already know my thoughts on OBS. I'm not going to repeat them here. We don't have any bonus screen for this one. People don't change. I honestly don't believe we have the capability for it. Or maybe it's just me. After completing the hell that was my stint as a seaman, I managed to get my old apartment in Skin Row back, and it's somehow even more of a shithole than it was 4 years ago. Yeah, this is a cope fic. My home is nothing more than a glorified dump site of trash and fast food deliveries. The only clearings being for my computer and a shitty mattress. I'm finally doing what I set out to do, drifting through life with not a care in the world. If you can get over the smell, then this is a slice of fucking paradise. Well, it would be if I had any smokes or liquor left. I guess it's that time again to go outside and remember that grass exists. Might as well go grab a bite to eat. A little reward for myself for making it through another week. There's a pizza place somewhere close, some chain restaurant right on the edge of Skin Row. Nothing like some cheap pizza to brighten the day. And the liquor store next to it sounds just as appealing. It takes a moment of digging through piles of old takeout boxes, but I eventually find my shirt. Something must have spilled on it at some point, but other than the old stain, it only smelled of slight mildew. The smell was the least of my worries. The bright burning light of the setting sun, as I left my building is what gets me to wince. My curtains are always drawn in my apartment. I never really know if it's night or day while I'm gaming or shitposting. That being said, the eventual flashbang catches me off guard. Yes, wait. It's just you, Doomer Anon. The way to start the mod. Dino Time Enough for Love is a classic YouTube poop masterpiece. Oh, okay. Ah, damn it! Oh, we have dedicated Doomer Anon sprites. My eyes redden in water like I was just hit by pepper spray. It might be Mother Nature's way of saying I should go right back inside. My vision slowly comes back and I struggle my way down the street, rubbing my eyes with the only clean parts of my sleeve. I turn to make my way to the restaurant, but I'm met with a new obstacle. A person-shaped bump in the road that knocks me off balance. Hey, watch it, man! The raspy voice calmly blurts out while my eyes were busy getting blasted by the sun. I couldn't see the idle dino standing right in front of me and catch his shoulder with mine. Not the craziest thing to happen here, but it's still annoying when it does. Whatever, man. I scoffed, but before I could follow up with a clever insult, an excited voice rang out in reply. Holy crap, dude! Anon, is that you? Wait. I know that voice. It's been years, but I've heard it before. My eyes finally adjust, and I can see why this voice sounds so familiar. Oh boy. Oh man, he evolved. It's been years, but Reed has changed only slightly. His short hair now has grown to raggedy strands of dirty locks, with a poorly groomed tail to match. He's seen some hard times as well. Even with this layer of clothing, I can tell he really doesn't eat a lot either. Not to mention the scars and scabs I can see peppered throughout his face and chest. I guess slightly changed might be putting it lightly. Reed? Pink Raptor's grin widens, jumping up and embracing me with a devastating bear hug. Damn, I don't remember dinos being this strong. My spine felt like it was on the brink of snapping in half. My body might have just not been used to the contact. Dude, it's been forever. At least 9 or 10 years. I thought you'd left or died by now. This is great. Thanks, buddy. Glad you know my prospects in your eyes were being a corpse or worse. A little over 4 years, but who's really counting? I chirp out as he releases me from his death grip. We stand in the middle of the street like a pair of real assholes, going through the common tropes of small talk. What have you been up to? How have you been? How about this weather? I'm so out of practice with this, I've gone on to autopilot with my responses. Not even registering what I'm saying, let alone what he is. Once I finally see my way out of this conversation, I take it. It was nice seeing you, but I was just going to grab me a bite. I'll see you later. Dude, Reed yells out in response, cutting off my escape from this encounter. It must have been destiny that I found you. I got this nice product you might like, better than anything you could have ever had in this lifetime. Oh boy. Oh no. Reed, why would you do it? Who the hell starts a sentence like that? Is Reed a drug addict or a drug dealer? The line is getting very blurred as the conversation goes on. It's a heavily diluted version of Carf, perfect for skinnies. I've been trying to get it out there, but I don't know any humans, and most of my people don't want to bother trying to get this on the market. It's untapped. I could easily get it in before the market even starts. And I remember you were always asking to try it in high school. Maybe you can help me out. I rub my eyes and sternly reply. I asked one time when I first met you. Nice sales pitch, junkie. Real convincing. Thanks, I've been practicing. Muttering. Right, did he say that? Oh, let me save. Or actually, I could just... muttering. Reed gives a toothy smile back at me. What? I stand confused for a moment before realizing. Old habits die hard, it seems. All that isolation hasn't helped with my mumbling. If anything, I had no reason to keep my thoughts to myself. Who'd listen to me? My normal clients are starting to dry up. If you help me with this, I might be able to get back on top. I think for a moment before the obvious question comes out. If I'm committing to this conversation, I might as well get my facts straight. Reed, are you a drug dealer? The seriousness falls over his eyes as he stares through me. Partially, he whispers back. Are you a cop? Well, that kind of answers my question. Reed, that question doesn't work the way you think it does. Whatever, I just want to get my pizza and go home. Reed's grin returns and he throws his arm around my shoulders, pulling me in like an old pal. It actually feels nice, like having a friend again, as pathetic as that sounds. Come on, bro, I'm telling you, this is fate. Like the stars aligning over a pot of golden four-leaf clovers. What are the chances we'd run into each other on the street at this exact time? Reed, thanks, but I'm going to pass. Why do I even consider this? I don't really know the guy anymore. Hell, I don't really know him back then. I'm not a junkie either. Even if I do live like one, that's where I draw the line. How about this? Come hang out with me. I'll get us a stuffed crust deep dish with all the toppings and we can chill and try out some of my stuff. Then talk about the old days and catch up. Seriously, what is with this guy? Is he really so desperate to reconnect? Does he not have any other friends he could annoy with this? This is just sad. I guess that's really rich coming from me. But talking about the old days doesn't sound appealing at all. Look, Reed, I'm really busy and I got a lot of stuff to do today. I said, lying. The drug-addled Saurian stares at me for a moment, as if he sees through my obvious lie. Still, his excited grin slowly morphs into a solemn frown. He scratches the back of his head and turns away from me, letting out a soft sigh, looking back to me again with what feels like a moment of clarity. I get it, man. It's been so long since I've seen anyone from back in the day. I got a little excited. How about this? Reed shuffles through his pockets, pulling out his phone. Give me your number. Next time you're free, we can hang out. Maybe we can even smoke a bowl or two. This is one persistent guy. Is he that desperate for friends, or is he really trying to set me up? Or is he playing the long con here and waiting for me to go back home, where his druggy friends are waiting to rob me? Wait, no, Anon, that's retarded. You haven't said anything about where you live. I can't give him a fake number either. What if he tries to call it right here in front of me? Fuck, what do I do? Thinking on the spot sucks. Then again, what if he genuinely wants to reconnect with an old friend? Maybe. God damn it. Okay. The fuchsia dino is absolutely elated as we trade our numbers. So excited he didn't even check if my number was real. Oh well. Worst case, he wrote it down wrong and I never hear from him again. And we are back to the status quo. Oh boy, chat is popping. It's Snoop Game's very special episode. Join the Navy, get a Raptor boyfriend. Seems on brand. The writing is really laying it on really thick with this chance encounter. We say our goodbyes and head our separate ways. He darts down one of the seedier alleyways while I continue down the block. Eventually, I found the place I was looking for. Pizza time. Real imaginative there. I walk in, and there's next to no one inside the place. I can't tell if it's close to closing time, or this place just doesn't get much business. The only sound to be heard is of the kitchen staff cleaning and clattering plates as the employees try to escape from their own little slice of hell. The cashier looks to me quite obviously annoyed at my presence. I try to order a couple of slices to go in, which a collective groan and barrage of swearing is given in reply. She explains they're trying to close up early and just started cleaning the ovens. In an attempt to haggle me, she offers some of the cold slices that they were about to throw out. Free cold pizza is still free food. Thank Raptor Jesus for microwaves. I wait for the cashier to pack up the pies, taking a seat with some of the other lingering customers. From the corner of my eye, I do notice a small stage tucked in the back. This place can afford live music. Who'd want to come here just for that? I can't even imagine what losers would want to play here. Didn't even look at Fang. I get my pizza, grab some booze next door, and head back to my apartment. Then immediately turn back around to get cigarettes. Running into Reed has thrown off my whole routine. I can't believe I almost forgot. I light one up as I leave and start the walk back. But just like that, the rest of the night is back on schedule. It's been a few days since I ran into Reed. I've gotten a few messages from him, so it's good to know he's still somewhat competent. His offer to hang out has flashed in my mind a few times in some of my more gloomier moments at my computer. I go through the same loop each time. Maybe this could be something I really needed. Someone in reality I can talk to instead of some anonymous dickhead on a Bulgarian sweatshop survivors forum. But Anon, what if Reed is just a full junkie now and this is him trying to use you? It's not like I have anything worth stealing. And on the cycle goes. Except today, however, this cycle of what ifs goes differently. I try to weigh the pros and cons of my current situation. I'm not so worried about being robbed. My wallet is more for show these days. I could get stabbed by one of Reed's druggy associates and die in an alley. Out of all the places to slowly bleed out in, a meth alley isn't that high on the list. That's a lot of cons already. Now for the pros. He did say he'd be getting pizza, a deep dish pizza at that, and with a stuffed crust you can eat in reverse. Well, that's one pro so far. What else is there? I sit for a moment mulling it over, and nothing really comes to mind. That makes this an easy decision. Look around and fish out my phone from my pocket and start sending Reed a message. What was I going to do today anyways? Hey, are you free? I think I'll take you up on your offer. Hell yeah, dude. Are you free now? Yeah. Let's go. Meet me on the corner of 5th. I should be there in about 10. There is spelt wrong. But maybe that's just on character for Reed. Oh, yeah. Never mind. There. Really, Reed? Whatever, Anon. This isn't the time or place. Okay. Well, then that settles it. What do I have to lose? I go through the familiar cycle of looking through for the least dirty and smelling clothes and head out of my apartment. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Is the implication that Fang is cheaper than a Hollywood pizza animatronic? Fang is one of Reed's customers. I'd believe it. I leave my apartment complex, and to my shock, Reed is already on the corner waiting. A lit cigarette in his mouth and back against the light pole. He's wearing the same clothes as last time, yet somehow looks even more disheveled than before. When he sees me, he takes another drag from his cigarette and excitedly jogs towards me. Once again, picking me up into a bear hug that nearly crushes every bone in my body. Hey bro, we got some catching up to do. I even ordered us some good pizza from my favorite spot, for old time's sake. He can't possibly mean Dynamos, can he? I never once remembered Reed buying food for me back in school, let alone some fancy place across town. The raptor wraps his arm around my neck next and tugs me along down the street. A soft grin grows ever slightly across his face. Well, I'm giving this a chance. Might as well act like I'm excited. Deep dish? I respond back slyly. Of course, it's the only pizza you can eat in reverse. An unexpected smile grows across my face. He's got some good taste. Maybe this won't be so bad. An arm around my neck tugs me in closer, and Reed lowers his voice down to a harsh whisper. I got some of that good shit I was talking about. Once we get to my place, we can light up while we wait for the pie. My Fang smile softens. I did agree to hang out again, but I'm no junkie. Free food is the only high I'm looking for today. I don't know about that. Food is one thing. I've never thought of myself as a hardcore druggie. Probably a poor choice of words to imply the druggie is, well, druggy. Come on, bro, I told you. It's a perfectly safe blend for skinnies. A high with no crash. And you'll even be the first to try it. It's a win-win, honestly. What do you got to lose? What do you have to lose? It's got me there. I have nothing to lose. I like to say this trip outside is a unique errand, but in reality, I go through this cycle every few weeks. Pizza, booze, right at my computer, waiting to start it all over again. I could leave my apartment for days, and it'd only improve without me there. Damn, when did I become such a doomer? How about we get some pizza and a beer, and see where the night takes us? Baby steps, Anon. He could very much still be trying to rob and murder you. Reed looks a little disappointed at first, but his smile is quick to return. Alright, luckily the pizza place has a liquor store right next to it. We can grab it, a case of beer, and then find a spot to chomp down. Really, Reed? That's your favorite pizza spot? Fine, lead the way. I follow my old friend down the street. Raptor Jesus, it's me, Anon. I'd really appreciate it if you don't end the day with being stabbed. Thanks. That's it? Or is this just the title drop? Oh, thank God. I thought it was like the end. I'm like, what the hell? Like, why put Fang on the cover when there's no Fang? You got me there. Anon dies from an overdose. The end. Come on, bro. Just be my Tuss subject. Yeah, I hate that shit, dude. It's been almost a month, and it feels weird to say it, but hanging out with Reed again has been a nice change of pace. Well, it looks like he survived. I wonder if he's gonna look a lot different. All the carf just making him look even more like a more beast than man. The predictable ride that my life has been on prior to this has made quite the shift as I read that awfully. Instead of going on into autopilot as soon as I wake up, I've gotten into a new habit of checking my phone to see what Reed is up to. It's been adding a new layer of mystery to my day-to-day. Sometimes he'll just have sent me a new brain-rotted meme to react to. Other times he's asking me questions that he could have easily Googled and got a quicker answer for. This is in the future, he'd use AI. But almost 90% of the time, he's just asking to come by and hang out. It's been a nice change. To be fair, I still haven't been to Reed's place. I let the paranoia win that first night, and we ended up hanging out at Pizza Pangea until they kicked us out. So there's a chance that it's not nearly as bad as I imagine. I will still continue to assume it is. I will admit it took me a while to let him know where I lived. The transition from stranger to old friend has been quite the experience. I'd say on that scale, he fits right on the morally dubious acquaintance. Granted, on my budget, hanging out at even the cheapest pizza place every other day starts to get your bank account in the red pretty quick. There's even cracks on the wall now. I'd rather us be at my place where I know there are things to do other than being stabbed for $1. Hanging out with Reed has been nice, though. I never expected to talk to someone that wasn't behind a computer screen again. But this has been an unexpectedly nice change. We don't talk about the past, really. I think for me it's because of the many bad decisions I made back then, and I'd rather not look back on. And for Reed, he barely remembers what he did a week ago. Keeping topics on what's happening now has been helping me. I haven't been self-loathing as much. Shockingly, I haven't been on any boards baiting strangers to argue with me either. Maybe this is what I needed. I already called to Reed earlier about hanging out this evening. I got my old X-Rock set up with Rock Ring Outreach. We never had a chance to go through its co-op campaign on Legendary, but today will be the day. I even cleaned up the place a little. No more piles of trash in the corners of the room. I even knocked out the dirty clothes that layered my floor for months. I almost forgot what my carpet looked like. Shit, this place doesn't look half bad now. Right on cue, there's a knock on the door, and I welcome Reed in. Pink Raptor stops for a moment and sees, for the first time in years, my room in all its glory. Other than a few stains and burns, it's almost perfectly clean. Wow, Anon, it's like you moved into a whole new place. It's a lot cleaner than last week. Yeah, I haven't been this productive in years. I can't remember the last time I put this much effort for someone I wasn't trying to fuck. Reed looks at me with a quizzical look. I said that out loud. Anon, are you... No. I quickly pop open the 12-pack of Summit Bolt and toss a can to Reed. It juggles within his grasp before he can grab it. He looks at the can and offers me a questionable look. I wave my hand in response. Yeah, I know, it's off-brand, but it almost tastes the same. We both crack open our drinks and click our respective cans together in a cheers. Then begin our campaign to take back Outreach from the Coven. We game for hours, though it seems more like minutes. Going through waves of aliens, trying to recreate old level skips, and failing hilariously. Downing sugary drinks instead of beer for once. Damn, it feels like old times again. Almost. I catch Reed fidgeting a few times as the day goes on. A side effect of his current lifestyle. I do appreciate him not using when we hang out. Shit must be hard to do. Anon, I need help here. I snapped out of my deep thought and quickly returned to providing cover fire, pelting large amounts of rocks at the enemy forces. We were almost overwhelmed when the final cutscene hit, and the grand orchestra kicked in playing the Rock Ring theme. We celebrate with multiple high fives in a row, conquering this little challenge we set out for ourselves. The credits roll and Reed sits up. Man, you know, this would have been really great to have played on like a theater screen. Something huge to really think like you're there throwing rocks. I nod in agreement. Yeah, the music would kick ass in there too. Imagine the acoustics. Reed laughs out before continuing. Yeah, like back in school when we had that projector we played on. Those were some good times. I wonder why we stopped. I froze almost in an instant. I remember all four of us back in the gym. Me, Reed, Trish, and Fang. All these memories started flooding back. The good, the bad, how it all ended. All those thoughts had always been there, but they were so easy to vault away. At least with the booze and many distractions I found for myself. I think the last time we did something was that prom, right? Oh, wait, no, it was definitely before then. I don't remember seeing you at all after prom. I try to respond, but I can't even finish my sentence without that old wound being ripped open. Whatever concerns or thoughts I had faded. Like a flood breaking through a dam, these memories overtake me. One that stands out most is that moment on the beach where all those vile things I said fresh on my tongue. All the things I wanted to desperately scream out, and then watching her walk away as I sat in the water drunkenly cursing. Bang. I want to say I haven't thought of her in years, but there's no point in lying to myself. I think about our last time together on the beach every damn night. Usually the alcohol helps me forget. Hell, even this renewed friendship with Reed has kept a lot of these thoughts at bay. When all you do is rot at your computer all day, thinking about the old days, good or bad, is all you got. But there's nothing to repress it this time. Like a migraine of emotions, I can feel these memories rushing back, and I can't do anything to stop it. All the nasty, horrid things I said to her, watching her walk away instead of running after her to apologize. Then her disappearance the next day. I looked for her for so long, but it was as if she just vanished overnight. A deep sigh escapes me. Even now, I still forget to use they instead of her. Even with all this time to think about how I screwed up, and I'm still making the same mistakes. Damn it, I must have been staring off for a while because the quick successive snapping of fingers brought me back to reality. You alright, Anon? Are you having one of those war flashbacks? I hissed back at his insinuation. No, I shut my mouth, trying to find the words for what I want to ask. Does he remember them? Do they still talk? Is this an elaborate plan for him to gauge how I'm doing just to report it back to them? I'm a master of overthinking as always, so I just blurt out what's on my mind. Reed, do you still talk to Fang? Reed cocks an eyebrow before setting down his controller. Who's Fang? I'm frozen again. Not out of sadness, but of rumbling disgust. He's messing with me, right? They were best friends in school. What does he mean by who's Fang? How could he forget her? I try to stifle my anger, but my words become heated as they pour out. Fang, you know, the goth tarot from high school. You, them, and Trish had your band? Reed snaps back to attention. Oh yeah, I remember that. Me and Trish did have a band with someone else. I can never remember their name, though. Fang, huh? I can't believe you remembered that. Who really remembers anything from school, right? Yeah, sometimes I forget stuff from school. It's been that long. I hold back everything I want to yell out at this moment. Fucking Trish. Fucking Trish! You remember that trigger, but you can't remember Fang. What the hell, Reed? My knuckles go white as my grip tightens around my controller. The plastic creaking and crackling as my disgust grew more palpable. I hate this. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm paranoid. Everything was going so well, Reed. Why'd you have to go screw it up? I'm tired of thinking about the past. Can you forget something so important? You knew them longer than I did. Am I the only one who ever cared? I know what I did on the beach was the first step to being the loser I am. I don't need a fucking reminder. Calm. Well, if you're gonna pause, Anon, I'm gonna take a drink. My pronouns. Pronouns. Well, Anon, you having PTSD? Read to a veteran, yeah. Never once did Reed thank Anon for his service. Just think about that. I pause. Is that really when my life started falling apart? One bad decision with someone I loved? Did I love them? Are these memories just made up illusions to torture me for the stagnant, worthless life I chose to lead? Or did they even really matter at all? Or if those moments never mattered and everything I am today is just the perspective I forced on myself? God, I want them to stop. I don't want to feel this anymore. I lean back into my chair and take a deep breath. Letting the controller topple to the floor, I rub my eyes and say something I thought I'd never say. Reed, that Carf offer from before. Do you have any? Reed stares at me in confusion. The hamster in his head struggles to turn the wheel, but it gets there. He snaps up in excitement. Dude, are you serious? Let's fucking go. I give the overexcited Saurian a meager nod. With that, Reed jumps out of his chair, prancing around my room like he's just won the lottery or something. I don't have any on me, but we can go down to my place. It's a few blocks over, but I promise it'll be worth it. If this was any other person, I'd look at the scenario as a setup. But Reed's been the closest thing to a friend I've had in a long time. Maybe our time together changed him too, if only a little. He grabs his jacket from off the floor while I put on my beanie, and just like I'm about to go wait, and just like that I'm about to go do drugs. Reed puts his arm around me and tries to sweeten the deal. Hell yeah, bro. I'll even call us in one of those jumbo deep dish stuffed crust pizzas. Tonight will be one to remember. And Anon was never seen again. 9 Inch Nails time. Not gonna lie. First time I played this, I thought it was building up to a reveal that Reed was homeless. He does look pretty homeless. I really want to tell Reed to shut up. I'm already going with you. Bribing me at this point does nothing. Then comes the familiar itch. That echo in the back of my mind. That voice in the back of my head screaming, "Oh no, don't go. Drugs will ruin your life. Stay in your room where it's safe." I don't know if it's my conscience or some sort of fight or flight response I'm hearing, but I ignore it. For the last few years, all I ever wanted was to be content. I'm tired of feeling content. Content has done nothing for me. I want to feel happy again. Oh well, in for a penny, as they say. The lock of my door, me and Reed start walking to his place. We walk for what seems like hours. The gray skies have begun to dim as the sun falls to the horizon. Second thoughts begin rushing through my head nearly the instant we started walking. With every block that we passed, the urge to just walk back and the other way grew more and more. Why am I following this junkie again? I started with two bros gaming, and now I got a one-way ticket to a crack house. My consolation prize? A rusty needle to the eye. My organs are being sold to a back alley, black market dealer. To be eaten by high society members in a cult mask and discussing the next batch of Marvel movies to brainwash the public. Man, I need to eat something soon. First comes the weird ass thoughts, then comes the anger. We eventually make our way to Reed's place. Surprisingly, it's not some drug-ridden alley full of homeless people in cardboard boxes. Alright, now comes the part where I need the AC. I apologize. Okay, we're not having it that low. Maybe... There we go. Get me some air. Reposition. Check chat. He said the thing. I'm thinking at least one of them might die. I'm thinking he's just gonna have like a drug-induced flashback or some shit. Alright. His home is only a slightly run-down house with a less than conspicuous garage. A trap house with meth lab attachment. Lucky him. Reed walks up to the old beat-down car blocking off the garage door and starts it up, having the engine and looking at me as if I'm supposed to be impressed. Zoom! The car struggles to move a few feet forward. We need access. Wait. The car struggles to move a few feet forward. We need to access the door. Once he's pulled the car far enough back, he opens the makeshift door to the garage and invites me in. I sigh and ask the burning question. Reed, if you have a car, why are you walking around everywhere? The raptor gives a shit-eating grin, quickly replying back. This is more than a car. It's my front door. Can't be driving around leaving my house unlocked. I know. Who is that? Who is that in the back? I can't read. I can't read. Time to bring out the cell phone to see what the text is. Antarctica. Who's that supposed to be? It's definitely not Olivia. I see a fishtail. Yeah, this is pretty sketchy here. Reed shuts the door behind me, lowering down a large 2x4 and connecting two heavy-duty padlocks through what looks like to be a makeshift security lock. I can see why he has so many security measures. This garage has been torn down and rebuilt from the ground up into a druggie's paradise. A long bench sits in the back with various open packets of medicines, tubes, and flasks litter around it. In the center of the garage sits a TV tray with a severely bent leg, a beaten-up beanbag chair, and what I hope isn't a blood-stained lawn chair next to it. Trash fills the corners of the room, towering nearly to the ceiling with a rancid odor wafting from it. As sad as it is, it reminds me of home. All right, man, give me a minute to grab my things. I don't see the blood on the lawn chair. Reed's eyes quickly dart around the area. He starts a loop of grabbing things, setting them down, looking through the cabinets, picking up the same items, and placing them elsewhere. I'm not sure if this is the right word to use, but sundowning is starting to come to mind. I interrupt Reed's search. You need help? In general, there's no doubt in my mind he needs help. If I can help him with whatever he's doing now, the faster I'll get my food. What? Nah, I'm just trying to find where I hid my product. I swear, sometimes I think I'm trying to sabotage myself. Laughter emanates from him as he pulls out a small, broken thermos and sets it on the TV tray in front of me. He then turns his back to me again and pulls out a dirty metallic object from the crevice of the cabinet. If I could talk. Alright, Anon, let's get to testing. What the hell, Reed? You're not even trying to be subtle now? Reed, are you kidding me? What happened to getting some of the good stuffed crust pizza you were talking about earlier? I should leave right now. I was already starving before, and now I'm just getting hungry and angry. Door's locked. Like, Reed just locked the door. Good luck getting out. He stopped in the middle of his garage and sets down the folding chair he's been carrying. Nah, man, this is all for science and stuff. We need to go through the scientific method, and an empty stomach will make this stuff hit even harder. I need to see the max effect on someone to properly sell it to my customers. After that, we'll get some of that good stuff. Punctuating his response with a wide smirk, this, however, did nothing to ease any of my worries. You want me to do some drugs on a lawn chair in your garage? Forgive me if I don't find this the most scientific of scenarios. I pinched the bridge of my nose, trying my hardest to hold back my frustration. This whole situation is retarded. The longer I let it go, the more stupid I feel. What's the plan here? I try your new carf concoction and pray to God I don't go catatonic. Isn't there something else I can try? I just want a taste. I'm not looking for anything groundbreaking. I get you're trying to branch out your drug trade, but if you are trying to be the next Mr. White, I'll tell you now that you won't look good in a fedora. Reed looks up confused, a claw scratching against his chin. Like that Tarantino movie? I stare back at him blankly. No, like breaking... It doesn't matter. I throw my beanie on the small makeshift table and take a seat. Definitely feels exactly how I look. Exactly how it looks. Reed gently moves my beanie from the table to my lap and begins rummaging through various containers of what I'm guessing is various forms of unmarked and hopefully less than lethal drugs. He takes a moment to look back at me and another smile forms. Alright, man, I need to come clean with something. There's a reason I've been pushing the skinny carf so much. It's hard enough to find out what I need for the simple stuff. The harder things are, well, harder to come by. Most of my regulars are leaving or going clean. I've been stealing everything I need, but I need to start selling something soon if I want to stay afloat. I raise a finger at him. Reed, I didn't ask. Thanks for coming with me, man. It's been a long time since I just had someone to talk to. Well, someone who isn't buying. It's been nice, thank you. Maybe. His eyes break away and looks towards the door of the garage, staring out to something that isn't there before, returning to look back at me. Maybe we'll try this another day, huh? Maybe this isn't the time for trying stuff like this. I think I might still have some booze in the house. Let's just hang out, eat some of that cheap pizza that's coming, and just talk about the good old days again. Long time? Good old days? All of a sudden you change your mind. You remind me of the worst year of my life, and now you want to act like a friend? Sorry, Reed. Normal people can't just forget. No, I see right through you. Reed, you manipulative scumbag. I again stare blankly into the stained concrete floor below me. I push down the growing rage and try to think about my current situation. Contemplating the pros and cons once again, that inner voice begging me to leave is back, but it's quickly ignored. For one night, I want to not think about anything. I just want to know what it feels like to be happy again. I'm so tired of overthinking. Let's just let it ride for once. Like you said, what do I have to lose? Does this make me Jesse to your Mr. White? Reed's eyebrow raises slightly. Anon, what are you talking about? Oh my god, Reed, why do I bother? Just give me the shit already. The stoner of a scientist tosses what looks like an inhaler at me. Yes, Reed, let's just toss around this experimental drug like it's a baseball. Thank Raptor Christ it wasn't a syringe. I bring the inhaler up to my mouth and sit back in the chair. I try to hype myself up, but my nerves are quick to grab hold of me, stuttering my every move. Okay, Reed, got any words of encouragement? Advice? Anything to say before I hit this shit in the name of science? He pauses for a moment and ponders before turning back to me. It's called a pork pipe. A pork pie. My eyes scrunch together, and Reed continues his thought. That hat the guy wears in Breaking Bad, it's a pork pie, not a fedora. I'm studying the inhaler for only a moment before the striking realization hits me. I can't even manage to think of anything to say to that. A short, low whisper sinks out. Shut up, Reed. Nope, let it go. It's not that important. I'm about to trip in I'm about to trip an unimaginable amount of balls, and that's all you have to say to me? Reed shrugs. This is all unknown territory, dude. As far as I know, you're the first human to try this out. Not much I can say to help. If things get bad, I'll be right here and ready. You... He holds up to what looks like nasal spray. Yeah, the Narcan. Yeah, I've seen this in some of the body cam videos on Snoot Tube. That's supposed to help with overdosing. I guess he did think of everything. With that bit of reassurance, I exhale once more and go for it. All right, here we go. I take a long drag off of the inhaler. It's a strange feeling to say that the least. Kind of burns, but nothing too bad. I've smoked pot. I've smoked pot before, but this is only a little worse than that. I can feel a tingling feeling creeping up my spine, but that also might just be my nerves. It soon fades away as my mind continues to wander through what-if scenarios that could happen at any moment. It's dark. Reed got cold feet, so whatever happens, this is all on Anon now. How many Breaking Bad references does your mod have? Yes. We're going on a trip, guys. Get on the battle bus. A few minutes roll by and nothing seems to happen. Reed has his notepad out, not really looking at me. I'm guessing either taking notes or drawing dicks to pass the time. Speaking of passing time, I feel like this might have been a waste of it. No unimaginable high, and worst of all, no pizza. Seems like I took a leap out of my comfort zone only to end up starving and sober. I'm never doing this again. So is this normal? Is it supposed to be really slow or delayed or something? Reed perks up and pauses on his mural of poorly drawn penises. Man, like I said, this is really diluted stuff. I wouldn't feel anything, but a human should feel something. Unless my math is wrong. Does he still really expect me to believe he's put any scientific thought into this? Whatever. I guess I can't say much. I'm a willing test subject after all. I might not be getting this unbelievable high I was promised, but at least there's still pizza coming, right? So, how long did they say before the food gets here? I'm starving. Raptor cocks his eyebrow and gives me the most baffling look. Food? What are you talking about? There goes the smile, yeah. Yeah, okay, we're done here. Well, buddy, it's been nice, but I think this is a dud. I'm gonna go grab something to eat before it gets too late. I stand up from my chair and put my beanie back on. My legs were a little jelly at first, but it might have been from sitting down for so long, and not the illicit drugs. Maybe if I leave now, I can make it to the pizza place before all the make it to the pizza place before it, and the liquor store closes. Anon. I can already hear Reed pleading behind me. I'm sure he's got some sob story ready, but I can't let him stop me now. That was creepy. I think I just need to take the night for myself. I just had a bad moment and wanted something to help me feel better. I'm just going to go home and sleep it off. Or I can even think about what pizza to get. An ear-shattering screech fills the room. My hands quickly go over to cover my ears, and I look to see what the hell that was. It's coming from Reed. Oh boy. Oh, 3D! His jaw is lowered past his chest, unhinged like a snake about to chomp down a large piece of meat. Hey, it's just in time for Spooky Month, too. Can I get a... Nothing but a dark void fills his empty maw, and his once calm, violet eyes have turned into a frightening pale white abyss that is locked onto me. The screeching that alerted me only grew more piercing as we looked at each other, He started to shamble over to me, his elongated, broken jaw swinging from his steps, long strands of drool splashing against the stained concrete as he advances towards me. His arms twist and break all the while dragging across the ground. His body has fully deformed into something horrific. Call of Duty Zombies. Or is he gonna have a Sprite? Oh yeah. He grew. Holy shit. The words just slip out from me. Holy shit, get the fuck away from me. The thing that was my friend charges me, but I'm quick to improvise. I toss the lawn chair at his legs, causing him to fumble over and crash into the cabinets beside me. Glassware, plastic containers, and other contents scattered around the creature. It slowly rises back up. The palms of its hands were covered in cuts and scratches from the broken glass around him. So, when are we getting to Fang, guys? Its head cocks and clicks into abnormal angles, inspecting its hands. From its wounds, dark smog leaks out, floating to the top in the garage. In the garage till a small cloud begins to completely overtake the ceiling. This thing doesn't have pupils, but I can tell by the creature's look that it's staring straight in my soul, and it's seconds away from charging again. I placed my hands on the beanbag chair Reed was sitting on and prepared for the monster's attack. This trick worked once already. Let's give it another shot. Actually, I got a feeling there might be... I'm hoping there's no quick time events. I'm gonna fucking fail them. The abomination hurls itself at me, no longer mimicking the movements of a person, but becoming more animalistic. Get my mouse out of the way. I toss the beanbag chair at its legs again and try to dodge around it. My plan doesn't work this time. It manages to jump over the chair and tackles me to the cement. Face to face with this demon now. The emptiness in its eyes is matched by the dark nothing from its maw. Jewel falls onto my face, slathering me, and another slow, rumbling screech begins to radiate from it. I need to think fast before this thing makes its next move. Quick thinking has never been my thing, but one plan comes to mind. Get off of me! I managed to angle my head far enough to bite down on its claw. It loosens its grip long enough for me to get a few punches in. I've gotten into a few fights during my time in the Navy, and from what I know, how much it really hurts to get hit in the liver. That's what I aim for. The first punch lands square in the ribs, and shock gives me just enough time to swing a second time and hit my target. Right side, right below the ribs, and the monster screeches again. It rolls off me and proceeds to puke out the same black smog that radiated from its wounds. The floor has now become flooded with it, covering all the garage now. I don't have enough time for this. I need to get the hell out of here. I take a moment to grab the keys from the floor and run out of the garage. I go to the door, frantically unlock it, and barrel out. Oh god. I can't make out anything in the background. Carf Trip Monster Reed is so cuddly looking. Is Anon going to kill Reed while he is this high? That's gonna be crazy. He's probably... If this is actually a drug trip, then yeah, he's probably gonna catch some charges. Alright. As soon as the garage door flies open, the walls shatter around me. Glass shards of reality spinning around me and turning into a kaleidoscope of malformed reflections, each one of myself screaming in agony. Their words all muddled and stacked on top of each other. I can both understand every word and can't comprehend a single one. Every laugh, every cry, every single emotion I've ever felt in my life are attacking my senses simultaneously. These broken snapshots of my past have become a tornado of memories, violently spinning around me, as if they are windows looking through other windows. I can't move. I reach to try and escape this prison. I can feel a shard slash across my hand. Blood trails down my wrist and pulls into the internal darkness around me. This isn't a dream. This is real. What? I gotta run. Reed, what did you do to me? I scream into the void, expecting an answer, but nothing replies. My fear is the only thing keeping me standing now. I use what adrenaline I have flowing through me to sprint through the tornado of shards, keeping my arms up to cover my face as I dash forward. No matter how long I run, I can never hit the wall. It feels like hours before my body finally begins to give out. My sprint degrades to a jog, then a walk, then to my feet dragging against the ground. Finally, my legs give up altogether and I fall to my knees. And then I start to do the fentanyl lean, arms out dangling. With no way of outrunning the storm, I'm forced to watch it now. These fragments of my past are flying past me, jagged pieces of my life that I have long forgotten. I like how Anon's seeing his memories in the third person rather than the first person. My childhood with my parents, every argument I had with them, a few moments of normality back at rock bottom, then my pictures coming out in my eventual transfer. I see Volcano High now, my first day, seeing Fang, her first concert, meeting Reed and Trish. There's the rooftop. I try to reassure her that everything would be okay up there. That's why I grabbed her tail, continue to watch as these memories continue to stream past. But the fonder memories began to dry up quickly. I start to see the moments that changed my life. Us skipping the prom and going to the beach. Drinking together, well, I like how ending 1 is there. And ending 4. Yes, those are definitely memories he had. Drinking together while watching the night sky, the stupid argument, her knocking me down into the water, then I get up from the ocean and I run to Fang and... What? That didn't happen? That never happened. I don't know what this is. That's why I notice the tempest around me is no longer showing me my past. The images have formed into moments I don't recognize. Happier times that never occurred. Okay, there we go. All of them with Fang, us in the park, her on stage at school with everyone cheering for her, me giving her a necklace. What is this? Then I see it. Her wrapping a small tarot in her arms, and next to her, I stand, embracing them. Embracing them both, we got more art. It's too much. I feel sick. I can feel something crawling out of the pit of my stomach to my throat. Claws of acid trying to slice its way from inside me with reckless abandon. I try to hold back, but feel the pressure building in my throat. Instead of lunch and bile, thick clouds of smoke come pouring out and surround me. I try to cover my mouth, but the streams of smog cascade down through my fingers. What should I do? What is happening? A storm of shattered memories is slowly enveloped by the darkness coming from me. Until there's nothing left but the cold void. 1. 2. Not the Windows Image Viewer slideshow. He's so high, he sees alternate universes. Arf is the door to the multiverse. Amber's revenge for not being born. I don't know how long I've been out. When I finally crack my eyes open, it's dark. Very dark. It's in the forest. Isn't this from Wani? takes a few moments, but my vision adjusts, and I recognize that I'm no longer on the floor of a makeshift lab, but instead in the middle of a wide thicket that now surrounds me. Reed, what the hell? Did he really just dump me out in the woods? I knew he was I knew he was just screwing with me. God damn it. It'll be fine, dude. Trust me, dude. We'll grab some pizza and just hang out. Dick. Not knowing where to go, I begin to walk aimless till I can find something recognizable. I don't have a lot of luck with this. No, I don't where in the woods I was wait, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where in the woods I was dropped off in, but it's extremely overgrown. This might be one area of the woods untouched by society. Perfect place to hide a body. A chill goes down my spine with the thought of almost becoming a missing person. The story of being read off by a crime snoot tuber. That would have been embarrassing. It's a long battle between me and the woods, but I finally win. I stumble through the bush and make it out of this cursed forest. At least that's what I thought. I look around and think I might still be high. I don't see any roads or buildings, but I do see a lot of dinos. They don't look quite right. First of all, they're all naked. All of them. The proportions are all off, too. Some have small arms and wide heads. Others have tiny legs and large patches of feathers that they shouldn't have. I'm no expert, but I do pick up a few things from seeing dinos every day, and these are not them. I'm in the middle of a delusional crisis when I'm interrupted by another loud roar. I'm quick to cover my ears again, but I'm fairly sure I've got tinnitus at this point. Which might be the least of my worries, is what looks like a T-Rex is now walking towards me. At least I think it's a T-Rex. It almost looks like Mo, but 20 times bigger. What? The eldritch creature turns and locks onto me. I quickly duck, dive, and... Rah! It lets out a monstrous roar. Oh, it's the dinosaur. Oh, I'm not going to do a dino roar, I'm sorry. Shaking the ground around me and begins its charge. I don't know what's going on, but I know for sure I don't want that thing catching me. As quickly as I escaped the forest, I turned and ran back in. With the trees, bushes, and other vegetation, there's no way that monster can follow me. At least that's what I would have said if it hadn't easily tore down everything behind me. Shit, shit, shit! Okay, trees aren't an obstacle for this thing. What else can I try? I keep my sprinting, barely staying a few feet in front of this creature. I haven't run this hard in years. Thank Raptor Christ I didn't lose what little stamina training I got from the Navy. Wait, I got an idea! I keep sprinting until I find another large batch of trees to make my move. I quickly run through the thicket and pivot right before the exit behind one of the larger trees. And just like I hoped, the stampeding dickhead rushes through the forest and keeps on with its chase. Damn, Anon, that was some really great thinking. Thanks, me. You're welcome, me. My nerves begin to settle and my body slouches down onto the trunk of the tree. My hastened breathing begins to slow down and catch up with the rest of my body. That was extremely close. What the hell was even that thing? Fucking Reed, what'd you give me? I've been drunk before, but these weird hallucinations are on another level. Wait, are they real? Are these people? Am I even really here? Maybe I'm just crazy now. I'm amidst my existential... Oh no. Oh no. Zero! What is Zero doing here? This isn't your game. Get out of here. I look down to see what is a small green... Siphonics. It looks to be clawing at my clawing at my pocket for some reason. Still a pickpocket, huh? I rest my hands on the ground and the little creature climbs its way onto my shoulder. It's definitely an adventurous little thing. It climbs up from one of my shoulders to the other, digging into the collar of my shirt and rummaging its snout into the crevice of my pockets. At least it's not trying to kill me. I'll take that. hops down from me and looks to be investigating something. Its back is turned to me, so I have a hard time seeing what it has. Your wallet? What'd you find there, little guy? The emerald critter turns around and shows off its bounty. Seems like it found a small, square piece of leather. It looks like it was clawing into it before I really took notice. Shortly after, the creature ran off into the bush with its new treasure high above its head. Hey, my wallet! That was strange. Not the strangest thing to happen today, but still strange. I feel my time to rest is up and stand, patting off the dirt from my body when I notice. Like a gear finally turning in my head, all the wires in my brain make the connections. With that, I shout out, "Wait a minute, that was my wallet! Hey, get back here!" I give chase to the thief. I might have had a head start, but I still managed to catch up to it. I see flashes of green zigzag through the tree trunks and overgrown bushes, hoping to escape me. I'm not one to give up that easily. That wallet is practically useless, but it's still mine, damn it. It's a long pursuit, but I'm finally able to corner the little shit against the wall. It's not getting away from me now. With gritted teeth, I sternly demand back what is mine. Give me my wallet. The Siphonix is just staring at me like it doesn't understand. I extend out my hand and repeat myself once more. Wallet, now! Fear in its eyes is this time as it drops my wallet and runs back into the woods. That's what I thought. It should have thought twice before robbing me. It's lucky I didn't stomp the hell out of... Ah! It's Mo again, ain't it? A loud roar resonates behind me, followed by a rush of hot air blasting the back of my head. Shit, 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 what now? I turn and see what looks like maybe a Spinosaurus with a really nice hair... Oh, is this Damien? Or no, he's a Dilophosaurus. I don't know. Really nice haircut. Is just this more of a... what is it? Hold on to me. I don't admire its sick hairstyle long before it hits me with another roar. Rawr! Oh, man, now I'm the one back against the wall. The irony isn't lost on me. A new screeching is coming from a dark raptor from above the wall of rock behind me. As it leaps down and chomps onto the back of the other dino, I can see strands of pink and purple feathers down its hair and tail. These monsters are getting more and more elaborate as the day goes on. I gotta sneak away before they notice me. I slowly and quietly walk along the edge of the rock wall before I begin a sprint. Unfortunately, my escape doesn't go unnoticed. Not by the two warring dinos next to me, but by the large mustachio Tyrannosaurus that I ran directly into. It seems my escape earlier was only temporary. Its eyes lock onto me and a thunderous shout erupts from it. Rah! Oh. Oh god. Oh no! Rebecca! Oh, and isn't that guy from, the guy on the left? Isn't that, one of the blind date, dinos? Oh. Chad is dead. The other two beasts stop their fighting in response and are quick to fall in line. Surrounding me completely now, fear is quick to stifle me. My legs are locked into place, sweat beating down my head. Eyes darting around looking to each of my captors, wondering who will take the first bite. I find myself running out of options. Wait, that's it! Running! Survival instinct kicks in and I begin to sprint in the opposite direction of these predators. I feel its footsteps shaking the ground as I try desperately to escape it. Like before, I dive through various bushes, hop over fallen logs, and duck behind trees as I run recklessly through the forest. Unlike last time, no matter how elaborate my attempts, the monsters chasing me keep close on my tail, and the worst begins to happen. All this sprinting has finally caught up to me. My overexerted body swiftly begins breaking down. My legs grow heavy and start to lock up while my lungs feel like they are on fire. I'm not used to running this much as I try to catch my breath. Dry heaving is all I'm met with. I fall to the ground and feel the rumbling grow closer. Dry heavings turn into clouds of familiar smog, leaving my body again, and just like before, it surrounds me before the beast can chomp down. Oh boy, 2. Monkey's Paw. All the fan dinos are in finished mods. It's only this one. So this is just an excuse to reference other mods. Dinosaurs had hair. I've been lied to. Oh, hey, Bacon. I'm having fun. Is it the dino on the left from Hold On? No, the dino on the left. I think that's from Blind Date. I think. I mean, it'd probably be weird to go and try and fish that out. But you know what? I'm gonna do that anyway. I can just go to Snoot Mod. What do we got? Do we have a full roster? We do. Yeah, this guy. I can share an image real quick. Can I roll back? Let me no, I don't. I want to roll back. Let me save. I roll back. I can. Okay. Yeah, this is the same guy from for sure. I might as well have him up. If I copy image. Where's my image share? Do we have an image share? Actually, I should probably save this first. I didn't save. I know, I'm eating up time. I don't care. I have to prove a point because I'm retarded. Do this. It'd be much easier. I know I have an image on here for sharing images somewhere. Yep, share image. Properties. Browse. Okay. Okay. I shouldn't batch up. Can I just do this? This guy. Let me just do some. This guy. See? See, I'm not dumb. Isn't that Leo from Hold On To? No, that's this guy. I forget his name. If Anon turns into a dinosaur, then we'll know. I mean, I'll let you guys look at that longer while I get a drink real quick. Oh, I see, yeah. Hold on, is someone knocking? Hold on a minute. Oh, I didn't mute it all the way. Wow, that's great. You could have heard a conversation if there was someone at the door, but there wasn't. It's just I heard knocking. All right, let's get this guy off the screen. Be gone. Okay. I'll take my There's Snoot Game. Alright, just load. Oh no! Oh no! Uh-oh. Oh no! Again, I open my eyes, but it's not to the dark, but to some poor fluorescent lighting. This time I see some more nostalgic sights as I look around. We're gonna run into Olivia. It's either gonna be Olivia or Idakin. Wouldn't Idakin canonically be dead at this point, though? This is like 10 years into the future. Rows of school lockers are on either side of me. In the distance, I can see a set of stairs that look to lead down to another floor. Lockers? Long hallways? Okay. I must have wandered into Volcano High somehow. Just gotta make my way to the front and I can go home. Wait, apologies, I was not familiar with your game. If it was a robber, I would have called to Fuzz. Well, no one's gonna. Well, as far as I know, no one's gonna rob me. It's just I have a few people who like knock at my door for help or something, or they get the wrong door. What kind of an end game lineup is this? Or Anon turns into King Kong and does that one scene with the T-Rex in the 2005 movie. I've never seen that. Uh, oh boy. I wander down the stairs and through another hall until I find the front doors. Strangely, a large banner hangs across it welcoming new students to wait. Saint him what? Did they rebrand to some sort of Catholic pig school when I wasn't looking? Don't be an asshole, Anon. Think about this. I've heard about this place before. I know I have. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Hello, cousin. My hands, I try my hardest to think about my current situation. I have to rationalize this, ground myself in what I know is real. Suddenly I feel a hand grip my shoulder. I look over and it's me? There's another me touching my shoulder as I'm freaking out. Which in turn is freaking me out even more. It's smiling a bright white smile at me as its hand grips tighter on my shoulder. It's going to eat me. It's going to eat me. I just know it. Fuck you, Skinwalker. Or like Skinny Walker. Oof. I respond to its intimidation with the full force of my fist. Well, back to the purple drink zone with you, demon. Shattering the would-be doppelganger's glasses and leaving the creature prone on the ground. That's what you get. No one pretends to be me but me. I shout in defiance to this copycat creature. After a victorious battle cry, I manage to slow my breathing and try to shake the bits of broken lens from my hand. Damn, whatever that was, made of cut my knuckles up pretty bad. I'm pretty sure at this rate, when Anon comes to, he's probably going to wake up in a psych ward. Made of? Hold on. Aren't skinwalkers supposed to kill you first before they take your shape? That's what the cryptid board I used to shitpost in said. Speaking of, this guy looks nothing like me. Oh, okay, I just wanted to make sure the mic was on. That would have been oopsie whoopsie. And on the lives read, then Inko. Yeah, he's got some charges on him. I don't have glasses, or would be caught dead in a retarded blue jacket. I bend down and grab this poor imitation of a clone by the collar and better examine him. Oh no, ending one! You turned him into ending one. It's funny how quick paranoia can show up and disappear at the most comedic of timings. Doesn't even look like me on second glance. What a way to describe your cousin like that, Anon. All I did was deck some guy who was just trying to help in a school in the middle of the day. Good job, me. Thanks, me. Oh, Mia! However, myself congratulate that or it's Solly. Myself congratulatorily whatever, I'm too retarded right now. Moment is cut short when something is going faster than the speed of light decides it wants to meet my ribs. The crack of multiple ribs reverberated throughout my body, knocking me to the floor and leaving me gasping for air. I'm violently wheezing on the ground when I see a figure quickly making its way towards me. Yeah, it's Solly. I'm surprised Solly's not the one who's like turned into a monster. Is that a fucking monkey wearing a hat? After Jesus, I am still high. Intruder on the premises. Luckily, instincts take over once again, and I bolt towards the doors. Less of a run and more of a struggling hobble. It's hard to keep my breathing up between the chase and the broken ribs. My odds of getting out of here are getting lower and lower. My strained breathing then turns to coughing, and the same fog once again poured out around me. I pull my hand away from my ribs and try to keep the billowing smoke from escaping. Not now. I don't have time for this. I can't stop. I keep my struggling pace, and in the middle of my coughing episode, I try to start running again. I try to start speaking again, personally. Oh no, not Bianca. Weaving through the various students outside, I swear these people were put here specifically to get in my way. I have to plow through some raptors standing in the middle of the sidewalk. Out of my way! What are you, blind? Oh no. I try to keep up my pace. Running through another building outside, I find myself in some sort of an auto shop. A weird thing to have in a pretentious art school. I don't think about it for too long as the doors behind me swing open. Is this Valerie? I think this is Valerie. Or it's either Valerie or the Mariana or something. Coach Bigfoot and company are not far behind me. Luckily, I'm able to race past the giant blonde shark, that's Mariana. Blonde shark of a woman, cutting off their pursuit for the moment. Blasting through the back door, I'm almost free. I start making my way to the basketball court. When the hell did the basketball court get here? This is ripped out of yeah, Hold On to Me. The merge is real. We need to find Chris Chan and end him. Though I don't get as far as I run into a wall. Oh no. Well, it's not a wall exactly. It's a very large, very busty Triceratops. I feel like this sprite is totally original. I don't think this sprite is in the Hold On to Me game. A yellow trigger, huh? I didn't know they made those. She looked at me in confusion, and then anger as realization hits me. Goddamn mumbling. He just throws him. Or just telekinesis. He picks me up and tosses me like a rag doll across the courtyard, knocking the wind out of me along with another bout of multiversal smog from my lungs. Is Claire from Coda gonna show up? That would be fucking that'd be amazing. That'd be a peak mod at this point. Or we get Olivia from Coda. That'd be funny. I see a small army of students and teachers approach me before the smoke covers me. This time it's consuming me fully, taking me to God knows where. Too bad it's not Sarah. Oh, I get it, Sarah from Forever Snoot. I was thinking of Sarah from Land Before Time. I'm too brain rotted. I feel the gusts around me again. Fractured pieces of memories once again encircle me. I'm getting tired of all this. I'm never doing drugs again. Not because they are bad for me. No, because this trip has been dragging itself out for far too long. I get it. I'm a bad person. I could have done better. I'm the Grand Master to all my problems. I need some symbolism from a third-rate drug to beat it over my head. Either let me wake up already or kill me. With my ultimatum, a shard flies towards and cuts along my arm. Ah! The shard now spins more violently than ever. No longer can I see what images they have as they rush past me. I try to contain the bleeding on my hand when I begin to notice not all the pieces are speeding by. One of the shards of the past begins to slow to a stop. They all begin to connect together until they form what looks to be a window. More accurately, a window to another sort of window. A window. And I see it, in a grand reveal. Me, Fang, the beach. We sit down and open the first of our beers. Now, I can't watch this. I try to turn away when another shard flies by and slashes through my arm. Fuck! I look back to see more beers on the ground. I'm saying something about everyone being bullshit, rambling on about God knows what. No, you retard, stop! I start banging my fists on the window, splintering pieces of glass embedding themselves into my hands. But I don't stop. I keep bashing against it. Not sure why, but I just can't watch anymore. I'm tired of being a passive viewer of my own life. My fists begin to crack the already fractured glass, while my blood drips down in the various shards in front of me. I see my past self making eye contact with her. I know what comes next. I can't let it happen again. Ah! With a guttural yell, I run forward, putting the entirety of my body into one more swing, shattering not only the window but the very storm around me. The void calms, and with it the little light that kept it illuminated fades. Once again, leaving me to the mercy of the dark. It's like I've died and found myself in a bad thriller movie. Once again, I open my eyes to the sight of nothingness. Great. Where am I now? Eyes again slowly adjust to the darkness. Scanning the area as shapes begin to slowly form around me. It feels familiar. I can see the outline of a dresser, then a door, small mattress, and another door, but this one has a silver sliver of light running across the bottom of it. The setup. I do know it. Home. I'm surprised it's not the. Oh, wait a minute. This is my apartment in Skid Row. Am I done tripping out? Did Reed bring me back here after a long day of tweaking? I don't live here anymore, do I? No, of course I do. Why wouldn't I? 3. Look at my hand to see it's indeed still bleeding. It's easy enough to confirm my rips are royally messed up. Did I really deck someone and get away with it? But they caught me, didn't they? No, but something must have happened. I still feel like all my ribs were broken by something. I'm surprised my white dress shirt wasn't covered in blood. Wait, I wasn't wearing this today. Now that I have a moment, this room is cleaner than it was this morning. Much cleaner. Missing years of grime cleaner. My mattress isn't laying on the floor either, and this computer looks like my old one from years ago. What is going on? Everything looks so different, but so familiar. Reed cannot sell this stuff. I'm losing my mind. I go to wrap my injured hand when I notice it. My hand is gone, along with the blood I was soaked in. What? I can still feel the pain just underneath the skin, but the cut itself has vanished. No pools of blood to be seen. I know what I saw. I know what I felt. I try to comprehend what's going on when I hear the faucet turn off. Damn, is he still here? Was he waiting for me to snap out of it before leaving? I guess he can't have his first client dying on his own piss and vomit. I could look bad as a rising entrepreneur. The water stops and the handle on the door turns slowly. It's going to be Fang. I'm about to give Reed a scathing review of his trippy world-bending carve and why he should destroy it all, but I stopped myself. It can't be. Custom CGs. My beloved. Familiar pale tarot girl opens the door and turns to meet me. It's Fang. She looks exactly like how she did on the beach. Well, not exactly the same. Wild strands of silver haphazardly fall across her face, and her golden eyes seem dimmer than I remember. The fiery passion that was just underneath them was stoked completely. What is left is only fading embers that are quickly extinguishing. She's wearing one of my shirts, too. It's torn up to fit her wings, but I don't care about that. What is she doing here? Why am I here in this moment? This feels all off. And we have even custom sprite. Amazing. This can't be real. It can't be a memory. What is this? What happened? It's obviously been crying. Did I do something? Fang begins to stumble her way to the mattress, not even looking in front of her. She ignores me and tries to walk through. She stops for a moment in front of me. Inches away from my face, yet her eyes refuse to meet mine. They're locked onto the bed behind me. Instead of going around, she remains stoic, like she's waiting for me to do something. Let me guess, he's a ghost. He died. He's watching like other lifetimes. There's a moment where it looks like she's about to start crying, but she's able to choke it down and speaks out. Thanks for the clothes. Her voice. I wanted to hear it again for so long, even if her thanks is barely audible. But something else is wrong. She sounds defeated, broken. Is this really happening? Is she really here in front of me? If this is real, then this might be my chance to find closure, to make things right. But if this is just my mind trying to find comfort as it if this is just my mind trying to find comfort as it dies, does anything I say here really matter? If this truly is my final moment, maybe I should let her go. Oh boy, choice! I love choices! None of this is real. This is my last chance. I should take it. What are we going for, chat? Did I put the latency? Did I forget to change the latency again? Alright, I'm out. What do you mean you're out? Gotta love them custom sprites, I know, right? This is basically how the US government invented LSD. Take a chance. Take the shorter one. What is the shorter one? What is short? Just none of this is real? I'd assume that's short. Never believe schizophrenia shades. They want your rent. Now, let me turn down the AC a bit. Or turn up the heat a little. Alright, I guess we'll go full schizo. None of this is real. For 4 years, this moment is all I ever thought about. One chance. One chance to finally apologize and make up for everything I did wrong. To tell Fang how sorry I am. That she was right and I was wrong. That I was a drunk piece of shit who wasn't thinking about what he was saying. I can finally tell her how much I loved. I froze. None of that matters. This isn't real. Life isn't fair like that. We make mistakes and have to suffer for them. We don't get the mercy of a do-over. Only the memories and the onslaught of what-ifs is bombarded us after. What I say here is mute. She'll never hear me. She's nothing more than a painful apparition that I refuse to let go of. I meet the eyes of this image of Fang. I take one of her hands into mine. My last chance to feel the illusion of warmth in my grasp. I wish I could have been the person you needed. But people don't change. With those words, my final bastion of happiness crumbles. My apartment cracks around me like glass, spider webbing from the floor to the ceiling. Shards of reality clatter to the ground. The ear-piercing shatters echoes around me as this dark void returns. The end. Soon it's just me and this last memory of Fang in front of me. I want to hold on. I want to pull her in close and reassure her that everything will be okay. Or maybe that's why I'm hoping she will do. What they will do. I take one last look into the tarot's eyes. Those priceless orange gems stare back at me and I can't help myself anymore. Amazing. I require liquid. There we go. I pulled them in one last time. I know this isn't real. I know Fang isn't really in front of me. I have no idea what will happen next. But for this one moment, even if it's a lie, even if it's me putting this ideal version of them on a pedestal, I can feel their warmth and I'm happy. Soon enough, the warmth fades and it's just me again. That's me waking up every morning. I just want this to be over. Alone in this void. Is this gonna be like a Groundhog Day thing where I have to make the right choices or else I'm back here again? I just want this to be over. Alone in this void as the whirlwind of past mistakes circle around me. I fall to my knees as memories, both good and bad, chaotically flash before me. I've become a passive viewer once again, watching the show that is my life. The cycle returns. My birth, my life with my parents, my first foray into shitposting, me being bullied. I transferred to Volcano High, seeing Fang for the first time. As it continues, I want nothing more than to pause it. Let me keep the illusion that this might have stopped at its highest point. Let me die believing my story had a happy ending. When I see the beach again, I see two people drinking. I see them yelling. I see one crying and walking away. The other lays in the water, waiting for the current to take him. This must be hell. But then there's more. I see us reconciling on the roof of Volcano High. In another window, I see a version of me putting my coat around them as they walk across the beach. Another, they're on a music tour and I watch from the side with a ring in hand. A new window, a new life, if I could talk. Fang is in a wheelchair, and wait, what? Fang is in a wheelchair, and I'm pushing right behind them. Guitar in their lap, and a smile on our faces. This is a reference, isn't it? I see us cradling a small tarot in our arms, and our picture is taken. Would I have been a good dad? I'm just like clubbing my words, and I apologize. The thought finally sits in. I hope that I was the only bad version of me. Oh, unfortunately for you, there's worse. I hope in every other lifetime that we are happy. That Fang is happy, and I'm a what's if that never happened. A 1 in a million chance. I could die happy knowing that. Just like how my day started, it ends with a flashbang of light to destroy my eyes one last time. Irony is one of the few constants in my life, and now that seems to be one of the things to follow me in death. Heaven restores you in light. Hospital. I know that light. That's not a light at the end of the tunnel kind of light. That's a crappy fluorescent light. At least I know I'm not at Reed's place anymore. However, I'm laying on is only slightly more comfortable than my mattress at home. It's the padded room, Anon. Only one place I can be. Hospital. I must be in a hospital. I hear faded voices steadily becoming clearer. Something about a pump and he's waking up. The vision isn't quite back yet. Watch, Reed's gonna be right there. Could be like a broken nose or whatever. Talia has gone 3 for 3 with my eyes today and will not let up. I'm guessing the blob in front of me is a doctor. He starts talking to me about how you nearly died of an overdose and you're lucky a good Samaritan brought you to the emergency room when they did. That's what I get for doing these once a week. I guarantee the pink-colored Good Samaritan is long gone. That's the other pink one. It's Damien. You missed him in the blackout. The doc continues to ask for my information. Apparently, along with nearly dying of an overdose, it looks like I was robbed too. Your wallet. Thanks, buddy. I'm glad I know, despite everything, you didn't let me down on one thing. The doctor is still talking, saying something about rehab and insurance. I stopped listening. I'm just nodding my head so he'll leave. He places his hand on my shoulder and tells me how lucky I am. I hold back the venom of a response and let him have his moment. I'm too tired to argue. Finally, he says something about a nurse coming by to run a few more tests to see if I can be discharged. Good. Get me out of here. This whole day has been one massive train wreck, all because I wanted to feel something other than content. Anon, you are a fucking retard. That's it. Only deliveries from here on out. Less chance of meeting long-lost friends. Seeing Fang again was one of the nicer moments. Even as a delusion, they were still just as beautiful as I remember. No matter how much I try to know, that memory of them will never leave. The good and the bad, my memories of them will never fade. In a way, it's for the best. If they were to see me today, I'd be nothing more than a confirmation that they made the right choice and that they made the right choice that night. I'd tell them that I'm living alone in the same apartment, playing the same games, and sleeping the days away, scraping by with a little bit of a pension that I have. I never asked for much, and I still don't. They probably think I'm pathetic, that there's so much more I could be doing right now. Probably mention that I'm my own worst enemy by isolating myself like I am. I'd reply with, "You're right, but I can't change. I've tried and I've failed. This is the only thing I know that works." After that, they'd probably just leave and not say a word. A nicer outcome would be them wishing me luck in the future and a half-hearted stay in touch. I'd just go home to my apartment alone with some fast food and booze, playing whatever flavor of the month game is popping off, and pretend that this was the life I chose all along. No one judge no one judged me except for me. Even though I always wanted more, I always needed more. If I haven't changed, people never change. Fuck you, Reed. At least he was nice enough to drop me off in front of the ER. Depending on what the bill looks like, I might have been better off dead. Guess we'll cross that bridge once we get to it. I'm already here. There's no use in fighting it now. I close my eyes and let my head rest. I hate to admit it, but this hospital bed is 1,000 times comfier than my mattress. Sleep. No, I'm late again. Alright, dog. Chat. Send Anon into the Nun in the Chambers universe. Alright. After today, I'm going full neat. No more random drug binges with old acquaintances from high school. beer, pizza, and home. Back to the old routine now. For now, I'll just get some sleep. I'm so tired. Tired of everything going wrong. Tired of always being right. Just tired. I think back to the hallucinations, how everything felt so real. Running around, the fighting, the adrenaline, the warmth, it was intoxicating. Even now I even now I question if it was real or not. Part of me desperately wants to go back. I guess this is how addicts feel, huh? I hear the door slowly creak open to my room. That must be the nurse coming in for those tests the doctor was talking about. Whatever. As far as I know, I'm asleep. They can wake me if they need me conscious for anything. I just want a few more moments of peace. After today, it's back to the monotony of my life. Let me sleep for a little longer. Anon? Fang. Yeah. Is it gonna be ending too, Fang? Junkie Fang? That's it? Oh. What a cliffhanger! Come on. How could you do this? A mod by Vice Art and Animation. Animation Vice. Writing. Ain't a word. Vice. Coding. But this is all a one-man project? That's crazy. I almost thought that was going to say sex. I'm like, what? Nightmare read screen. Okay, there's someone. Everything else. Snoot Mod or Humble Bundle Sale. Music. Hikari Kim Perko. A very special thanks to proofreaders and beta testers. Schmoopy, Iron Will, Kev, Ars, Marwin, Loister, Perko, test build. He really likes to say fuck a lot, huh? Soul Sounds Tutorials. Humanito and Snoot Club. Servers. Always lurking. I like how it's Snoot Club servers. Oh, unless it's Humanito's server too. No thanks to /Snoot on 4chan. No one cares anymore. And the poor bastards who suffered through my constant coding questions. Thank you for playing. Vice. It's funny how there's a special thanks for Humanito, but has Humanito even played this yet? Ending 2, people never change. Sir, your friend is awake now. But what we saw was Fang. That must be Nazer. Isn't Vice a fic writer? I wouldn't know. Let me check that real quick. Well, I found nothing. No clues if Vice is a fic writer or not. I wouldn't know either. Alright. We got the other option. We chose the... I wouldn't... Well, it is kind of bad, but it feels like it can go up. So the potential option, I guess? Alright, Fang, you are so real, I'm never taking my schizo meds again. Humo hasn't played any Snoot or fic read in ages. I see. No, I won't do this again. I refuse. I grab Fang's hand before she can pass. She squeaks out in quiet resistance, giving my arm a few pitiful tugs before mumbling out to me. Anon, please, I don't want to do this. I just need to lay down. Just play your game and let me just forget tonight. I pull her into me and wrap my arms around her. I'm scared that this isn't real. That if I lighten up my grip, even a little, she's going to disappear again. I can't let that happen. I need to tell her everything. I won't let her go without making sure she knows everything that's been festering in my mind these last few years. She speaks up in a more annoyed tone now. Anon, seriously, I just want to... I'm sorry! I cry out for not letting her finish. I don't know what this is. If it's time travel or a fucked up delusion, I don't care. My brain could be hot sludge in my head right now, but I can't let this chance pass me by, even if there's the smallest chance of that this is happening. I'm sorry for everything I said on the beach, all the horrible things I called you, for letting it end how it did. Beach? What? I interrupt her again with another apology. I'm sorry for everything. I'm sorry I ruined your show at Moe's. I'm sorry for not letting you vent out your frustrations on me. I'm sorry for never taking your feelings into consideration. For saying you were a broken... I'm sorry. I continue going on, apologizing for every little slight that I have made towards this sweet, sweet girl. A list that I've held on to for far too long. I can feel this weight lighten with every confession I make to her. Fang tries to interrupt a few times, but I don't let her. I don't know how much time I have here, but I can't let this moment go to waste. She'd sometimes get in one or two words, but I'd quickly continue my onslaught of apologies. What it's like apologizing to Tumblr, it's never enough. She eventually stops trying to get a word in and wraps her own arms around me. Soon to follow are her wings blanketing us both in our own little cocoon of feathers. I have so much more to apologize for, but this embrace stuns me. I went from having a million things to say to nothing at all. A deep dread and cold anxiety that had been in my companions for so long have been washed away by an old familiar feeling. Warmth. Comfort. Fang lays her hand on the back of my head and pulls me in tight. From her, I can feel tears trailing down her cheeks. Trails of sorrow cascading from her onto my neck. The end. Fang's Gate. Was their meeting behind Anon meeting the other Snootverse characters. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be about drugs either. 1. Let's play some Rock Ring Fang. Finally, she speaks up. You're such a dweeb. It doesn't matter, remember? None of this matters. You even said so. My breath hitches. When did I say that? Was it when I was drunk? I pulled back from her and cup her face between my hands, looking deep into those fiery eyes of hers. No, you matter. You're the only thing that's ever mattered. You're the only good thing that's ever happened to me, and I never want to lose you. The life without you in it wouldn't be worth living. I'll never go back to that. I can't lose you. Not again. Fang looks shocked for a moment. Sadness, happiness, confusion. A myriad of emotions seems to swirl just beneath her surface that it's hard to gauge how she's really feeling. Soon, tears begin to well up in her eyes, and she quickly embraces me again. No more words are said. We continue this conversation with our actions. Her wings close around us more. I reply by snaking my arms around her back. We are safe here. She rests her head in the crook of my neck and lets her tears stream down. I rest my head into hers. I let my shirt soak all the pain leaving her body. She agrees to let me back in, places her hands around my face once more, and this time locking her lips onto mine. I agree to tear down the walls I've built keeping everyone out. It's been so long since I've felt this, and that's all the evidence I need. I can feel the warmth of this embrace. I can smell the scent of her hair as it caresses my face. I can taste the faint taste of cigarettes on her lips. This is real. It has to be. Reed, I don't know how, but you gave me a second chance. I returned Fang's kiss, drinking her in. There were so many more words that needed to be said, but now actions have taken priority. We fall on the mattress, and a new comforting darkness sweeps over us. Credits. Mouse, get out of the way. We lay there on my mattress. I've been here for hours, and the long lost love of my life is still here in my arms, and I'm still wrapped in her wings. That's how I wish dreams would go. But it's always just a fleeting moment, you know? I feel happy. I feel so goddamn happy for the first time in years. Fang nuzzles her snoot into the base of my neck. A low groan coming from her. 2. Another CG. 2 what? What? I said, are you awake, dweeb? She snorts and raises her head to look at me. Thank you. Thank you for being here. For telling me I mattered. Everything has been so shitty, and I just really needed to hear that. I grazed my hand softly against her cheek, tracing the markings down her eye and then along her snoot, pulling her in for a quick peck. I mean every word. I never want you to ever feel like you don't matter. You're everything to me. Never forget that. She begins to tear up again and turns her head. She sniffles with her response. So what was that about Naomi having a plan? That'd be way to ruin the moment. You are so corny, you know that? 3. It gets a laugh out of me. I plant another kiss on her cheek before continuing. How about this? In the morning, let's go out and get some top shelf dino nuggies or whatever fancy sauce you like to have them with. And we just relax here. Just us, as long as you want. She smiles widely, resting her head back into the base neck. I can't think of anything else I'd rather do. She quickly falls back to sleep. I can't, though. With everything that's been happening, all I can think is, thank you, Reed. I don't know if this is some weird sci-fi world-traveling drug, or if you accidentally made time-traveling Carf, or if it's the same thing that Inko did that when he jumped off the hospital building. But it looks like I'll have to loop back around to you the long way. But once we meet back up, I'm going to owe you one. Thank you, bro. Thank you for everything. You saved my life. The end. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Anon. Oh no. Oh no. Back to reality. Come on, Anon. Wake up. Keep pounding on his chest, desperately trying to get some sort of reaction from him. Say something. Oh, he's gone. He's gone to tarot heaven. My hand smacks across his face, a loose claw grazing his cheek, but still no reaction. It's time for Reed to hide a body. Blood continues to pour out from his eyes and nose as I keep my pace going, trying to keep up with my chest compression. So either way, you either die happy or you may have another chance, a real chance. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Empty packets of naloxone crunch beneath my feet as I panic. They always work. It doesn't make sense. Even then, the spatch was diluted even more than my test trial. What went wrong? This shouldn't be happening. Anon, wake up! I start to lose my rhythm till I eventually just lose count altogether. Each compression becomes weaker and weaker until I stop completely, collapsing to the floor. He's dead, Jim. I crawl into the corner of the garage, my snout pressed between my knees. Well, it looks like I chose right because well, no, chat influenced it, let's be honest. I get to live, even though it's in misery. Kind of like real life. Please, I can't lose another friend. Is this what he did with Trish? Or even Fang? Well, no, in the second ending, we saw Fang, at least we thought we saw Fang. I can't lose another friend. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I just wanted... You said... He can't hear me. He hasn't been able to hear me for a while. Anon's eyes are open, but they're staring up at the ceiling. The blood trailing from them along with his nose and mouth, streams of which have begun pooling behind his head, forming a crimson halo before smearing into the cracks of the garage. From the corner, I can still see his expression clearly. There's a weirdly peaceful smile on his face that I can't stop looking at. He almost looks happy. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. I take another hit of carp and try to calm myself. There's a time and a place, Reed. Unless you're planning on ODing to join him. Then another. And another. My nerves won't stop. What do I do now? Look at Anon's body again and try to close his eyes, but I haven't mustered up enough courage. I slowly inch over towards him, crawling slowly on my hands and knees like prey trying to avoid the attention of a predator. I advance and my hand presses onto the pools of cold blood surrounding him. I try to desperately wipe it all off, but it only smears and spreads on my pants. Reality is finally sitting in. I can't do anything. Anon, wherever you are now, I... Take one more hit before I can finish my sentence. I hope you're happy. It's kind of a sad ending, man. Sorry, Reed, you fucked up. Reed, use the mouth-to-mouth technique, yeah. Yeah, and then we'll start more fan art. More fan art on the Boru. He probably already did. Remember the kiss he gave Fang? Oh, no! Oh, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Imagine going out and your last kiss is from a dude. Oh. Live happy, but in a lie. Or be sad, but everything is true. Yeah, this does not look like chest compressions, I know, right? I blame Naomi. They both died. Why would Trish do this? So what's the special ending this time? Kind of weird to think about death in this way. You get to be happy, but everyone around you is miserable. Well, just like knowing you're dead or whatever, just like, and then having like an actual like happy moment in your life, and then eventually it fades out into whatever else is out there, you know. I don't know. The afterlife scares me sometimes, man. He dies, darn, that was sad. Well, he went out happy. The other Anon's just cranky until, like, he thinks he sees Fang, but then he just fades out, like he probably sleeps, to leave it on, like, a cliffhanger. Unless he actually does die in the hospital, but apparently he's awake. The last ending card showed that he was awake. Ending 1. The ending 4 fallacy. The ending 4 fallacy. Oh, you can see Fang in the blood. Oh no. Smile on his face. Fang, it's okay. I'm here now. No, you're not. Unless Fang is actually dead, and that was what Reed was talking about, losing another friend. And they're just in the afterlife like that. It's crazy to think about. Oh yeah, jump scare. Jump scare. Ah, cheap jump scare. Wow, that's a scary face. This is why you should only do drugs if you're certain there's no dinosaurs around. You shouldn't do drugs at all. The afterlife is scary. No one knows what's on the other side. Like, everyone, either they don't know or they like to claim to know. I don't know. I don't know what's in store for me, and that's the scary part. I'm always at ends with the big man upstairs, I'll just say. I like to butt heads with what I think is God, you know? But that's all I'll say. I ain't no atheist, though. Are there more endings? I don't think so. There's 1 and 2. No, that's it. Yeah, because you played it. You said you played it before. There's only been 1 choice to make. Yeah, it's an eternity in there. Yeah, I like the CGs too. 1 choice. 1 choice. I don't know why. That was well produced. Yeah, for a one man show, that was crazy. I wonder how long he worked on it, because what was it? Last Second Save was done in 3 months by 2 people. This, I don't know how long it took. But I assume it has to be between now and whenever Soul Sound put his tutorial on YouTube. Which I guess you can estimate the math on that one. That's fair. Time to dig into the files and look what jump scare Fang looks like. Agnostic then? I wouldn't say agnostic. I mean, I guess on a bad day, sure. I'm going to remember this for a while. Yeah, this was a pretty solid mod. I'd give it a thumbs up. I like stuff like this, even though it was a little funny at first, but I did like enjoy the serious parts. Maybe all the cameos were the other mod teams helping. Maybe. I thought you were gonna say maybe all the cameos were the friends we made along the way. All right, I'll dig into the files a bit. It's not gonna be like super hacker, but you know, like look at images and shit. Anything you can do with the folders and not opening it up in like a second program to like look at the script. I'm not that hacker, man. Assets. Audio, there's audio. Monster Read. The Void. Yeah, the musics. Let's see images. I like how there's video. Where's the jump scare? Oh yeah, the Reed jump scare 3, and it's the ending. garage tripping. Alright, images, backgrounds. I don't remember this one. That's a hospital bed, but I don't think I've seen this hospital bed be used before. I guess it was unused. Like it's a real picture of a hospital bed. I don't remember that one being used in the mod. What else we got? CGs. Don't worry, you're not missing much with the hospital bed. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's Fang or Nazer. Looking at the shadow CG, I'm just gonna assume it's Fang. Oh, that's the cover for the mod. Oh, the credits is just one long image. Yeah, nothing new with the CGs. We got sprites. Oh, this is sloppy. It's just a whole folder of sprites. Yeah, nothing new in here. Nothing that I know. Or stuff that we already know. I'm out. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for being here. This isn't Tilted Towers anymore. Let me scroll. This truly was the Final Fantasy 13. I entered with the Fortnite thumbnail, seeing the bar, and now I'm leaving a very wild memory. Yeah. Well, I went off with the title of One-Way Trip, so I'm thinking like, hey, let's just send Anon off on the bus and then kick him out. It's a one-way trip. And I imagine a true god would be incomprehensible to us, yeah. I'm out. I've read that. Being all-powerful and all. Hot take. I don't want to meet a true god. My mind would break so hard. Maybe it's just me, but the monster read sprite isn't all that scary. It kind of looks cute. Oh, okay. Eternal Darkness was kind of cool. Too bad the people behind it destroyed themselves. We're missing out on Gaussian Blurred Fang. Good stream. And a solid mod, but I gotta jump out for tonight. I still got work tomorrow. Sad face. Yeah, I gotta wake up. What time is it? 7:20. It's not that late for me. I gotta wake up early tomorrow to go grocery shopping with Blaze. One-way trip unless Anon gets that victory royale. Oh, that reminds me of the time the Final Fantasy guy, Mark Z or whatever, or Crazy Boris made what is it, a Battle Royale parody with Cactar and Tonberry. That was funny. It'd be funny to see something like that with Fang in the gang. Yeah, I guess I could boot up. There's a game that came out today that I wanted to stream. Maybe I'll stream a bit of it in a bit, probably an hour or so, and then probably hop off and go to bed. This is a great mod so far. Well, I shouldn't say so far. It's a complete mod. So, next week will be the Revenge of Montezuma. And then maybe whatever was posted on the Discord about a Naomi mod or something. That was in Spanish, but is machine translated into English. We'll see. We'll see how it looks. Maybe the translation will be funny. Who knows? So if Fang is alive, does that mean Reed offed Trish? Maybe. I mean, who else does Reed know? I mean, apparently, wasn't according to the words of Caveman on, wasn't Reed and Rosa supposed to be an item? As stupid as it is. You see that Mega Bonk game? Yeah, I see. There's people who play it. I don't know if I'm into more what is it? Survivors genre. Not the Naomi route mod. There's so many Naomi route mods out there, dude. There's like 5 of them. There's probably more than 5. Naomi's probably the most coped character in mod history for Snoot. Like, there's more Naomi mods than Trish mods, than Rosa mods, than Stella mods. Stella's probably got like, what, 2 mods? Maybe 3? But there's been like countless. Like, Nazer's got 1 mod. That was like what, Angel with Broken Wings? The one Nazer mod. Unless there was that mod where Nazer and Rosa were hooking up. Then there's yeah, there's just too many Naomi mods out there, man. Trust Your Colors demo 2 when? I don't know. Didn't someone post that they put it on hiatus or some shit? Am I just pulling that one out of my ass? I don't know. I swear I saw someone saying, "Oh, that Trust Your Colors is dead. It's kill." Then again, I don't follow mods or anything, unless they're on Twitter or something. I don't know. I should start bookmarking mod pages or something. Yeah, with that, I'm going to hop off. I'm going to take a break and we'll come back with the new game I bought. I'm going to share that with you guys. I saw some gameplay of it and it looks pretty fun. But yeah, if not, I'll see you next week then for Revenge of Montezuma. So, have a good night.